Okay, we guys, so sorry we're late. We did this and then our audio was screwed up, so we're doing this again.
For the sixth time. Welcome to the Daily Smash for February 6th. Welcome to the Daily Smash for Monday, February 6th, 2023. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
We had some more technical difficulties this morning.
So we're redoing this again.
But it's always better the second time.
He's just saying that on purpose.
Coming up, Ben Affleck did not have a good time at the Grammys last night, but we had a great time at NASCAR.
We did.
And the return of the reel of the day. But first, I do have to read a very important email from one of our viewers, one of you people, Linda Panico. Linda Panico said, Rick and Kelly, I enjoy the show. Kelly, you are very funny. But please, please stop touching your hair. That is so very annoying. I want to watch this, but you are distracting and interrupt Rick a lot. So
hey, wait, what? What?
You interrupt me a lot. She said
How?
She said you...
What?
So just some constructive criticism, she says. Just keep your hands off your hair.
Oh.
I know people have sent you comments before, but you still do it. Try to break the habit and people will like the show so much more.
It's so true, Linda. Yep, Linda, you're correct. It's annoying when I watch it too. So
well, you don't like your watching yourself very much.
I don't like watching myself or listening to myself much.
I'm like, babe, why?
He's like, can you watch this? I'm like, oh God, no. I hate looking at myself.
Yeah.
Because there's always something that I don't like. But see, right now, this is bothering me.
The hair.
So I kind of want to go like this, but now you've made it aware that don't just keep your hands to yourself.
We do appreciate constructive criticism.
Yes, I do.
But you were saying that when you were doing confessionals for housewives, you wouldn't touch your hair because it was
already done. Like it was sprayed, it was done. See, this is low budget for us right here, right now. So I'm the only one doing my hair and makeup. Obviously, I'm going to go work out, and I'm going to go look at a house, but I'm going to go work out later. So
yeah,
I'm not going to go full glam.
Right.
But it was.
But you do look beautiful.
Oh,
you
thank you.
did all that yourself.
But it was funny. We went to NASCAR last night.
Yeah.
And we ran into. We were right next to us was Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani and her kids, and she was like from here.
We were in a booth, a
loge.
It was a founder's suite. It was a suite with food and booze and private. And Mario Lopez and a bunch of people were on one side of us, and then Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani and their friends and family were on the other.
Right. And so and then there was a lot of actors and actresses. There was like an actress in there that I wish I would have taken a picture.
I tried to look her up this morning to figure out who she was. I still can't figure out who she was.
But she's a famous actor. You know those famous actors and actresses that you just don't know their names?
Yeah.
Like that Mexican guy. He's on every single...
Danny Trejo?
Yes, him.
He was there yesterday.
And there's also that other guy that's on Mad Dogs. He's like that funny guy that's always plays that same character role.
Yeah.
He's famous. We don't know his name. There's so many of those actors that aren't, you know them, you see them all the time, but you don't know their names.
So we don't know who that actress was.
Right. So that was really cool to see her, but she was full glam. Gwen Stefani, so I walk in and I guess she got there around 3:00.
Yeah.
And
3:30 maybe.
3:30, because I'm like, didn't she go to the Grammys? Like, how did she go to the Grammys? No wonder. I think she probably was.
I think they left early because I don't know the Grammy. Well, I don't know when the Grammy started because we're on the West Coast time. So maybe the Grammy started at 5. I don't know.
I wonder if they even went.
They stayed. They were there for at least for the first part of the race.
Yeah. So anyway, so I walk in, Heather McDonald goes, there's Gwen Stefani right there. I heard that she got a lot of work done. She got a major facelift. And then Megan Weaver comes in. She goes, I heard she just got a lot of work done. And I'm like, how did she get a facelift and wearing a high pony like that?
See, these are things that women think about that it would never cross my mind.
Right.
First of all, whether or not she had work done.
She had nails this long, like out to here, pointed, and then a big, huge white ponytail long with huge eyelashes. And I'm like, God, could you imagine having to go out like that all the time? I'm talking to Heather McDonald. She goes, I go like that. I go out like I never leave my house unless I go to the grocery store. Then I'll look like crap. But she goes, anytime I go to any event, I get full glam and full hair done.
Really?
I was like, damn, I don't do any of that.
What does that mean? She has someone come to her house to do her hair and makeup before she goes anywhere?
Yeah. And she gets
Wow.
her full, she'll never go outside her house without fake eyelashes.
Wow. Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's some good tea right there.
It is.
So we go to the NASCAR race. First and foremost, Kelly's a genius. She got us into the closest parking lot to the stadium without a parking permit.
I tucked my way in.
I was going to stop in this lot. They were charging $90
them.
across the street, like a mile away from the front gate.
$90.
And she's like, don't park there. Drive down here and go make a right and get closer to the gate. I'm like, babe, we don't have a parking permit. She goes, just do it. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I did. And we get up to the first thing, and I go, well, we have these founders tickets. They're like, do you have a parking permit? I said, no, but we have founders tickets. And they said we could park with founders tickets. She goes, all right, we'll just go up and talk to my supervisor. And now we're in.
Yeah, now we're in. I'm like, go, 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 go.
And then we go to the next two ladies. I offered to tip them. They'll let us park. Because they asked for a permit, too.
Right. And I'm like, okay, $90. And Rick goes, I was going to give him 40.
You said, give him $100. I go, I'm just going to give him 40. Like, trying to, negotiate. I didn't want, you didn't want me to pay 90 over there. Why would I give them 100?
Because we're closer. That 90 was far. That was a good mile.
Then they just went, go ahead. Just go ahead. I'm like, okay. And I drive in all the way in. Bad wave at people. Then nobody asked for a permit after that. Mm-hmm. And we just parked right outside the gate.
Yeah.
And then it's a quarter mile track they built, a quarter mile oval inside the USC Coliseum, right? The Memorial Coliseum.
I don't want to interrupt you.
It was a little baby track.
Mm-hmm.
You're listening to the viewer?
Linda.
I want to touch your hair.
Thanks, Linda.
A little baby track around and around and around and around. There's almost no strategy that I could see. I mean, they're just in a tight line. And then whenever there was a wreck, it would take 10 minutes to... And it wasn't a bad wreck. It was just someone going to the wall. And they have to move, and then they just reset. It went on forever. Mm-hmm. Did you enjoy it?
I did. I had so much fun. Anytime there's free food and free drinks.
Yeah.
And
it was nice.
And it was nice. It was, the guy had ribs, and he put a little bit of corn salsa or coleslaw on the bottom. And then he put the ribs like this, and then he put the sauce on top, really pretty. And then he garnished it with microgreens.
Yeah.
And then the other place had taquitos, and they put a corn salsa on the bottom.
Yeah.
And then
really good.
And then he put some kind of sauce on the top with some microgreens.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this place is fancy.
So Jolie and Max came with us, her boyfriend, and they were sitting when I went to I think I went to check on ice cream or something, and they were sitting there, and he had 4 of those taquitos on his plate. I think he'd already eaten 4 of them.
Right.
He was just housing them, just one after another. And Jolie was laughing. She goes, this guy can eat all day, and he never gains a pound.
Yeah.
Because he's, 17 years old.
Right.
Burning, fuel.
So after all that food, I wanted one of those hot dogs, the bacon hot dogs, with the onions and the peppers and the, all the grilled stuff when you go out to USC games. So good, so tasty.
On the street. So
after I ate everything in sight.
Guess how much that hot dog was?
$10.
$10 for a street hot dog.
But there was a whole bunch of accoutrements on it.
Yeah.
So many vegetables.
I had a couple bites.
It was delicious.
We got another one for Max because, of course, he didn't eat enough. He only had 25 taquitos.
And chicken fingers.
Else. Yeah. I don't even know if you remembered that you recreated that moment in The Quiet Woman when you puffed on the glass.
Yeah, I did.
I got a little video of that.
No, she's not. Don't let her in. Don't let her in. What the hell is she doing?
You can't take her anywhere.
You were stand out, tell that, play your lives, name, what makes you especially as an athlete when you play football? I would say just being quick on my feet, agile, and being very creative with my skill set.
Don't let her in. Don't let her in. What the hell is she doing?
Mario Lopez was in the suite on the other side of us. I saw him out by the food, and I said hi to him. And at first, I could tell he didn't recognize me right away.
Yeah, well, because I was waving to him. I was like, "Hey, where's Courtney?" He's like, "She's at home." And then I guess you saw him right.
I saw him, and I said hi to him. I said, "Don't serve this guy." And then he turns around and I go, "Hey, what's up, Mario?" He goes, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "You don't remember me, do you?" He goes, "No." I'm like, "I know, you look familiar." I go, "Rick Leventhal." He goes, "Oh, hey!" And then he was all nice, and we talked for a few minutes. He said, the goatee threw me off. I asked him also about his wife, because I know you were friends with her.
Yeah, Courtney.
Nice guy.
Yeah, and he goes, "Are you with Heather McDonald?" And Rick go, wait, tell me what you said.
Oh, yeah. He goes, oh, are you with Heather McDonald? I go, no, Heather McDonald's with us. Okay? Because we're friends with Ted and Asia Jones. We introduced her to them, but they invited us, and then we invited them. Okay? They're with us, just to be clear.
Yeah. So I guess Ted and Asia invited Heather McDonald to go to St. Bart's.
Well, they're going to have a great time.
Yeah, they're going to have a great
Oh, guess
time.
who hasn't been to St. Bart's?
Yeah, Ted and Asia.
What's up?
What's up?
We want to go.
Yeah.
We also have a reel of the day for one of my favorite sites on Instagram. She's inept.
Okay. Ow, bad idea. Fuck, that hurt. Okay, that was a bad idea. Ow!
That girl got whacked.
Well, I watched it the first time. I had to watch it 2 or 3 times because I'm like, what happened here? I wasn't, you know what I mean? I
You
was
weren't focused on the right
I wasn't focused on the right thing, you know?
Yeah.
I had to watch it a couple of times.
It looked painful.
Yeah.
I've had some painful injuries. That looked like one of them.
What was she trying to do? Lift that up?
She had propped it up on the dolly, and then she was trying to lift it completely up. Like, that was the starting point. And then I think she was trying to show off how strong she was. She could lift this thing up. And she couldn't. And it fell on the thing, then the thing whacked her. In the news now.
In the news.
I just want to say, first and foremost, our thoughts and prayers go out to the people in Turkey and Syria where that massive earthquake hit. We watched the video of that building collapse.
By the way, they say to stay inside. F that, okay? If there's an earthquake happening here, I'm going out in the middle of the street. I'm not staying inside this 1970s built house. There's no way.
I would too, but the thing is, if you're in an apartment, do you even have time to get out when the earthquake strikes? Because all of a sudden you start feeling a trembling, and then within a matter of seconds, I would think that building just came down.
I don't know. I mean, I know in California, most buildings have rollers, so, they can take the...
They're specially...
engineered?
Engineered, thank you. Some of these countries overseas,
They're
some
old.
of those, like in Haiti, I went to Haiti a bunch of times and was in the presidential palace many years ago. Those buildings are made out of just basically like sand. They don't have the good concrete mix. So it's like sand held together with nothing, almost nothing. So when that earthquake hit, the presidential palace turned into vapor, like it was gone.
Yeah.
It just destroys it. Anyway, thousands.
And I have a
dead
story
and
time
injured.
about what happened with me at lunch a couple days ago.
But we're going to do that later.
Yeah, I'm going to do that later. You
Yeah.
guys, I had a Larry David moment.
I did want to read about Ben Affleck and J-Lo at the Grammys last night. He apparently became a viral sensation, according to the New York Post, because he looked absolutely miserable while attending the 2023 Grammys. He accompanied J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, his wife, but his facial expression suggested he'd rather be anywhere else. However bad a day you're having, I promise you're not as miserable as Ben Affleck at the Grammys right now, tweeted one entertainment reporter. He looks so...
She looks a little chunky there to me.
Fans joked he needed some Dunkin' and a cigarette. Ben Affleck at the Grammys is a sobering reminder that no matter how rich and famous you are, your lady is still going to drag you to stuff you don't want to go to.
Okay, first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, if you break up one time and you get back together again, the likelihood of you... I mean, this is... I gave them 1.5 years. I think you gave them 2.
I think I gave him up to 2 years.
But they were an ex for a reason.
Yeah, that
You're an ex for a reason. Never go back.
It
I learned it
rarely
the hard
works.
way. I did that. It
we've
very
both
works.
done it. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay? You remember pretty quickly why you broke up in the first place.
Exactly. And no one can stay married to her. And no one can stay married to this
She looks
lady.
like she might be difficult.
Yeah, I bet.
So there's a video clip, and I didn't watch the show, but it looks like Trevor Noah is next to them doing some bit, And I don't think they realized they were on camera, and you could tell they're fighting.
Yeah.
And then she like does her.
She went like this.
And then what she do? She did the smile.
She went. It was like my grandma when we were little. She'd be like, "Get over here and start cleaning and blah 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 blah." The phone would ring. Hello. We were like, "What?" It was kind of like that. It reminded me of that.
On that note, we got to go look at a couple houses and figure out where we're going to move to. So thank you guys for being patient on today's Smash.
Yeah.
We'll have a story time later, and we really appreciate your support.
Thank you guys so much.